Assalamualaikum. Consider a real empire hunter by the god.
Sorry, sir. No admittance. Over there!
गिर गया.
Ours is to flush every hole without rats behind it.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Mine!
Giselle's stolen money. Priwen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Someone serious about it.
Look lively! It's on to us! See that little spot? Fuck, it's off! All you bloody killing! Want some of this? You're careful, you ugly fucker! Killing's all you deserve.
Bring back the money to the gazelle, keep the money and lie to gazelle. अच्छा नहीं नहीं पैसा देंगे यार.
It's locked, all right. I have this thirst for blood.
यार जो स्ट्रीम देख रहा हो लाइक शेयर कमेंट और कर दे, सब्सक्राइब जरूर करना है, ठीक है यार मतलब
He's dead!
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir. Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having. No offense.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat. Perhaps if you keep looking, you'd see something that takes your fancy.
I found this watch. It belonged to Miss Gillingham, but I thought you might find it useful.
That makes sense. She would have forgotten about the watch by the next day.
If you say so.
Take this for your trouble, Dr. Reed. I will not forget your gesture, I swear.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr. Nightingale. Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering this path.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the Wet Boot Boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood? Have you got any friends around these parts?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since her son died.
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack! Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but she has so much trouble remembering things. She's taken me for a son more than once.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would gladly help.
There's always the night asylum. Heard it's run by a very nice man, but I'm no beggar. Not yet, at least.
There is no shame in asking for help, my boy. Sometimes it can even be the best course of action.
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'll do it by myself.
Goodbye.
You again? What do you want?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money, too?
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. I'm... Well...
तेरे को खाएगी नहीं हम ना 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 ना
I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Do you need medical help, Miss Paxton?
No, thank you.
Well, I'll leave you for now. I can't believe I'm doing this.
so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time. It's locked.
Burn it, boys!
और कैसे हो समीर? तुम्हारा स्वागत कर करके मैं बहुत पका हूँ। स्वागत करो। मारो साले को। चलो। ये मेरा शिकार है। यार शाहजी को मैंने इनवाइट किया, शाहजी आए नहीं, आ रहे होंगे या AFK होंगे।
Someone's playing a right straight. Now I'm gonna have to find out.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologize, Doctor. But it's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
Tell me about your arrest for attempted murder, Tom.
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested. I paid my debt and I have nothing to hide.
So you mean your customers know about your sordid past?
Yeah, why do you think this is the last pub open? I have nothing to hide and I don't judge. That's a relief for many round here.
Do you think prison changed you? Made you a better man?
Oh, I don't know about that. All I brought back is bad memories, scars, and an ugly tattoo of a blue turtle.
But do you feel cleansed of your sins?
All I know is that I'm at peace. I did what I did, but I wouldn't do it again. Does that make me a better man? I don't know.
Why not leave town and start a new life after you got out of jail?
I grew up in the East End. This is where my roots are. This is where I want to help others and die, eventually.
Do you think the docks will always be a hive of scum and villainy?
As long as poverty and fear run the show, I don't see how it would change. Misery loves company, as they say.
Don't you feel threatened, staying in such a violent and criminal neighborhood?
I've made peace with my violent past, Dr. Reed. I may not be a pacifist, but I'm not angry anymore.
You attempted murder. Give me some details.
I was given an order to kill. I was an obedient gang member at the time, a proud wet boot boy.
Why did you join the gang?
Because I finally felt useful. Do you have any idea what it means to feel respected when the rest of the world shits on you?
So you were ordered to kill someone. What happened then?
I don't know if you can possibly understand, but I couldn't kill him. I just stood there pointing my gun. Someone saw me. I gave up.
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy restaurant with mirrors and music. He was eating, drinking, laughing. He was having such a good time. I hated him for his bottomless appetite and easy life of easy pickings. And then something happened.
You've had a sad, violent, and lonely life, with no joy to speak of. You realized that you were living with nothing but sadness.
No, not really. I had friends and happiness in my life. It was more about just being pleased for the guy.
हाँ ये तो बात सही कि सारे ऑनलाइन गेमिंग चैनल है कोई भी स्टोरी मोड नहीं खेलता तरीके के गेम जो होते हैं आपका भाई खेलना है ना
Goodbye, Mr. Watt.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
जो बात है
outside.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your life?
Yep. The sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier after I fell into the canal. I was a wreck back then.
And yet you're still drowning in cheap liquor.
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to be saved.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink it.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
यार आती है गेमिंग न्यूज़ क्या मतलब गेमिंग न्यूज़ क्या बात करता है यार तो समीर क्या समझता मैं पागल हूँ अरे आपके भाई को सब आता है समीर
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the
आप स्ट्रीम
time.
एंजॉय करो एक
Didn't I
गेम
tell
खेलो
you?
ना समीर
Drink in the morning and
तुमने
at
तो शुरू ही नहीं
noon.
किया है
I'll
ये।
drink at night.
शुरू किया है आगे तो बढ़ाओ बहुत अलग गेम है यार
Is there anything in particular that you like about this
बहुत
part
कम
of
गेम होता है
town?
ऐसे
Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened.
क्या बात है
I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was.
समीर यार
I
स्ट्रीम
can't pay
शेयर
my
करो
homage to the
व्यूअर्स
dead.
ला यार
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
सही हो गया है
Another time. Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure, I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
आवाज ज़्यादा करूँगी लो आवाज ज़्यादा कर दी अब यार आवाज़ मेरी थोड़ी ख़राब हुई है तो इस वजह से मैं बोल भी नहीं सकता
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Inebriation aside...
बेकार आदमी 700 XP देगा
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
रात अभी
This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
हकीकत टीवी गेम हकीकत गेमिंग टीवी भाई ऐसे ऐसे गेम देंगे ना GTA 6 के रूमर्स भी GTA 6 भी बना देंगे वो लोग ऐसे गेम ऐसे बनते हैं वो लोग
I hope they'll all return to the shadows once the epidemic has passed.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the posters would be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Shornhampton Shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire, Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
You mix your beliefs with myths. In the end, you're no better than the other lunatics howling at the moon.
Well, that's not true, sir. I've already faced one of these creatures.
Oh, really? And you're still alive?
Well, we did not actually fight. I let it go.
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul like you and me. I spared her.
अच्छा क्या है Agena had a mercy upon the only vampire he found and spared her. Her Lady Ashby तो नहीं है.
Tell me about the vampire you spared.
It was... She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying in pain.
You cared about her. That's what defines us as human, Ichabod.
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature.
एक बार views का
I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I spared her.
अबे भाई अजीब अजीब वीडियो बनाते हैं सिर्फ व्यूज के लिए. क्लिक बेट होता है सब. क्लिक बेट बाबू.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
चलो भाई अब मेन क्वेस्ट की तरफ चलें. या फिर कुछ बाकी है. मैं बुढ़िया से एक दफा बात कर लूँ. मैंने बुढ़िया से बात नहीं की है.
seen young Sean around for a while.
Please, sir. Come and have a gander.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
बगल बढ़िया है यार. अच्छा जाइए. अब तेरे को खा जाऊँ मैं, तेरा कोई भी नहीं है. तेरे को खा जाता.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
भाई लोग पागल होते हैं, कुछ भी मान लेते हैं भाई.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh no, I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Tippett? अबे भाई क्या हो गया?
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. Why, I would never say that to him, of course.
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all?
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Jack is dead, bitch. अबे पबड़िया तेरी पैदा Jack take good care of.
Jack is dead, Miss Gillingham.
Of course he's not. I've seen him. Tonight, in fact. Ever the joker, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Tippett नहीं हूँ मैं, बोलेगी मार डालूँगा तेरे को. Dr. Tippett की बच्ची, खोती दी बच्ची.
Do you require medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippett. I must confess I haven't felt that well of late.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Useless बढ़ गया, इसको खाने का फायदा भी नहीं है.
Goodbye, Miss Gilligan. It's locked. It's locked. Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that.
Goodbye.
It's hard enough to cover the docks by myself.
हाँ ऐसा नहीं
Lost your horse, Governor? Or are you just out of your mind?
जो बात है यार क्या बात की तुमने यार हकीकत टीवी को एक्सपोज कर दिया तुमने entrance created. क्या है? Hide and seek. Talk to a man hiding in a sewer. Locate the sewer entrance. Locate the sewer entrance. तो हो गया ना sewer. Explore the sewer. Sewer. Sewers.
It's locked, all right.
All right.
That doesn't work. So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That doesn't work.
अरे पागल है वहाँ क्या करें?
That doesn't work. I cannot enter. That doesn't work.
एक सेकंड. जाके डब्बे तोड़ देता हूँ.
That gate should shut properly now.
ना यहाँ पे अब नीचे जाऊंगा ना, यहाँ बॉस फाइट ना देते यार ये कुत्ते के बच्चे. ओहो ये भी जगह है. मैं भी पागल हूँ. बुलेट्स फिर गायब हुआ ये. और खोतिया मैं तेरा खून पी जाऊंगा.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
रेडी रहो बॉस फाइट के लिए शायद.
It's locked, all right.
All right. काली स्क्रीन आ गई है. अबे कूद गया. अबे ऐसी जगहों पे कूदते नहीं है बावले. ओहो ये वही वैम्पायर है. कुत्ते ने हमें पकड़ ली थी ना.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again? The one they call the sewer dog?
Hold your tongue, new boy, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity.
Boss fight.
Learn to respect the laws of Ascalon. Ditch. Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name.
Oh, कहाँ गया?
Should snap again.
बहुत easy है यार, over power है.
My blood to the pit. You found your death in me. Your blood is now mine. Down, stay down.
अबे हट यहाँ से तेरी. हाँ ये ले. Overpowered bitch. बस खत्म. Game over. Defeat the beast. अब तेरी बॉडी से कुछ मिलेगा यार मेरे को. कोई तोहफा शौफा दे यार, गिफ्ट विफ्ट दे. हमने तेरे को मारा है यार. Fuck you bitch. फिर जिंदा होगा साला. तेरी देखो मैं आया ऊपर से और दो जगह नीचे आ गया.
I cannot enter.
अच्छा अभी भी वो चीज़ नहीं मिली है जो इधर उधर भाग रही थी ना. ये तो पागल बाबला है.
At least one skull escaped Virgil's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
यार नहीं, बॉस का रिकमेंडेड लेवल 10 था और मैं 16 का था, इसीलिए मैंने मार दिया जल्दी, वरना बड़ा हरामी बॉस है ये.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
अल्लाह दो बॉस नहीं देते ना एक साथ, एक मार के आया हूँ मैं अभी.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you.
ये वो वाली vampire होगी जिसको उसने vampire
Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skal.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire Society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
The Guard of Prewan is hunting him. He is suspected of murder.
The Scars have always been hunted by humans and vampires alike. I teach them how to survive against the odds.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Keep your distance, Ekon! Ascalon has stood for ages upon Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
तुझे कभी कोई लड़की अबे क्या बातें करता पागलों वाली बड़ा फाड़ेगा तू भाई यार गेम की बातें कर गेम की भाई
Your spell, the Gentiles, so sweet of blood.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
PS5 का क्या plan है? Yeah, PS5 मेरे pre-order है.
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me. And now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest. No more questions, Dr. Reed.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here? Amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the Guard of Priwen. The Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Ascalon has stalked us for ages upon ages.
No more words. Please.
This is despicable. Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his name.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the color of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
And now you hide amongst the dead, like a spineless coward.
The bravest man I ever met got killed for what he believed was right. I'm perfectly fine living like a spineless coward, as you put it.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands. I'll go back.
It's locked. I cannot enter.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us? The vampire! We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
It's locked, all right.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the Skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I haven't the luxury of being able to satisfy my hunger on staunched blood and lifeless flesh.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges... You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. said the Lord.
ओ नहीं यार, किसको क्या किया जाए समझ नहीं आता।
My discover is vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth?
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.
शाजी अस्सलाम वालेकुम। बस अभी वो नहीं था शॉन हैम्पटन पादरी जो था, उसको ऑप्शन आया है मारो, बख्श दो या उसको टर्न चेंज कर दो। मैंने उसको चेंज कर दिया। $1000 $10,000 let me check. $6,000 नहीं मेरे पास अच्छी खासी एक्सपी मौजूद है मेरे पास और लेवल भी अच्छा है मेरा। नहीं शाहजी मैं अगर देखो इसको छोड़ देता ना, ये तो आगे जाके मारना था इसको लोगों को, इतना तो मुझे पता है। अगर मैं कहा था ना ये पिलर है अपने ना एरिया का, पिलर को मारने थे, मैं एक पिलर को ऑलरेडी गलत मार चुका हूँ। वो जो मरवाई थी ना, क्या थी, क्या नाम था उसका, नर्स टॉट 3 क्रेन और पिलर को मारने से हेल्थ अच्छी खासी डाउन होती है एरिया की, तो मैं पिलर को तो नहीं मारना है मैंने ये एक ठा लिया। मैंने साइड वालों को मैं उस काले को मार दूंगा, वो जो सीवर्स में नहीं बैठा है उसको खा जाऊंगा, उसका कोई रिलेशन भी नहीं है किसी से। मेरा अभी लेवल 16 है और मेरे पास 6000 एक्सपी है और अभी मैं उस पे ही हूँ, चैप्टर 3 पे ही हूँ। हाँ नहीं, मैं पूरी एक्सप्लोर कर रहा हूँ, मैं कुछ नहीं छोड़ रहा, जैसे अपना घोस्ट नहीं खेला था मैंने।
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
एक और बॉडी रोग। शाजी अब बंदे ही नहीं आ रहे। What is in your hand?
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my
शाजी वो आया वो।
I must go there.
क्या नाम है? फ्रेजिल, क्या नाम है उसका, वो जो बॉस था वैम्पायर एक सीवर्स में जो लड़ते हैं। हाँ सुअर डॉग, उसको मारा, मजा आया।
Good evening, Mr.
Doctor!
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown
Maria.
from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he
हाँ
hit the
एस्कलॉन
ground.
मेंबर का वो होता है
The strength required to do such a thing.
अच्छा वाला मेंबर,
It beggars belief.
जो यानी बिगड़े हुए होते हैं ना मेंबर, उनको बात पे लाता है।
Who could
यानी
have
जो
done
अच्छे
that?
बात पे आ जाते हैं ना, गंदे
Well, a
बात पे।
vampire, of course. Look,
अभी वो भी मिली
bite
है,
marks on
वो
the neck and lacerations
कौन है?
here.
ओल्ड ब्रिजेट
There
अंदर
is
जो छुप के बैठी हुई है
definitely
ना।
a vampire close by.
Goodbye.
हाँ
You again? What do you want?
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
कौन सी लेजेंड्स?
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
हाँ आज नहीं होगा शाजी, आज 16 को या 15 को है ना?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
यार मुझे कोई अपना वो बता दो, कोई रेस्ट करने की जगह हो जहाँ पे। हॉस्पिटल ही जाना पड़ेगा यार गाँव से। डॉक्टर स्वानसी का न्यू है और लेडी एशबरी, यहीं चलता हूँ, हॉस्पिटल ही चलता हूँ। Ain't nothing gonna break down my एक मैंने एक टीवी की वीडियो देखी थी जिसमें मैंने tell me why
Put an end to you! You're mine!
खेला है मैंने Assassin's Creed। गेम नहीं है खेलने को कोई अच्छा ना, वही पुराने खेलने हैं तो शुक्र है वैम्पायर आ गया। तो आपने वैम्पायर खेला हुआ इसलिए आपको और वो नहीं मज़ा नहीं आ रहा, वरना तो वैम्पायर बहुत अच्छा गेम है। मैं वही देख रहा हूँ आप बार बार गेम चेंज करने में, ये नया गेम डिसअपॉइंट करेगा शाजी और कुछ नहीं।
"29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here."
शाजी मैं दवाइयाँ लेके घूमता हूँ, सबको क्योर कर रहा हूँ बैठ बैठ के, ताकि हेल्थी रहे एरिया और मैं खा लूँ उनको फिर अच्छा था। क्या रिकमेंडेड लेवल है वैसे शाजी उसका? हाँ स्पॉइल नहीं मन वो बताएं, लेवल बताएं। अभी मैं 16 में हूँ, अभी मैं 20 पे आराम से आ जाऊंगा। और अभी मैं चैप्टर 3 पे ही हूँ। कितने चैप्टर हैं शाजी? सही हो गया। फॉलो द ब्लड ट्रायल।
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right.
I cannot enter.
I cannot enter. ये 20 लेवल के आते हैं, मैं मारता हूँ। नहीं अच्छी तो है। नहीं शाजी पूरा ओपन वर्ल्ड है तो, लेकिन छोटा वर्ल्ड है बहुत। डिसऑनर्ड कैसा गेम है? मैंने नहीं खेला। नहीं मैंने डिसऑनर्ड नहीं खेला। कैसा गेम है?
Cross all these streets to let her expire.
फर्स्ट पर्सन है। अच्छा गेम है ना। मुझे फर्स्ट पर्सन पसंद नहीं गेम, मैं खेलता ही नहीं हूँ, हाथ ही नहीं डालता फर्स्ट पर्सन में। हाँ वो ऐसे मिल जाती है मुझे तो फ्री में गेम्स आते हैं ना प्लेस्टेशन, तो यार ये ले लो।
The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. Only a golden watch in her pocket. Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out.
I see you.
अबे अबे ये कौन गई? I see you बोल के. इधर आ खोतिया.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
यार मैं जाना नहीं जाना, मेरे को हॉस्पिटल जाना है ना. मैं हॉस्पिटल जाके सोएगा रे. बहुत दिन हो गए मैं सोया नहीं. हाँ शाजी, अभी तक 3 दफ़ा मैंने रेस्ट किया है. 2 दफ़ा रेस्ट किया है सर, 2 दफ़ा. अरे ये तो मैं हॉस्पिटल के सामने हूँ, पैम्पर हॉस्पिटल के सामने ही हूँ. चलो भाई अस्पताल ही आ जाओ. अरे नहीं.
Jonathan.
What was that?
जॉनथन कौन बोल रहा है? जॉनथन होती. ओ वो भागी. ओ वो गई ऊपर.
I won't let you escape.
Bitch, come here, bitch.
You're very fast, but I'll catch you.
Very fast, but I will catch you and fuck you, bitch. Bitch lasagna. वो जा रही. पकड़ो 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 लौंडिया को. नहीं फक यार, मैंने क्या कर दिया? ये गलत जगह एंटर हो गया. लोडिंग स्क्रीन आ गई. यूबीसॉफ्ट का काम है डिसअपॉइंट करना. हाँ यार ये बात तो है. यूबीसॉफ्ट से आप कोई उम्मीद ही नहीं रखो कोई. इतना मैं तो यही कहता हूँ शाजी, उन्होंने कभी कोई गेम अच्छा नहीं बनाना. नहीं आप समझे ना, वॉच डॉग्स अच्छा होगा. वॉच डॉग्स विल बी अ शिटेस्ट गेम एवर मेड बाय, ये कौन है? यूबी शिट. शाजी 2 देखा था, कैसा घटिया बनाया था गेम. यानी क्या बोले हम. 1 वॉच डॉग्स फिर भी अच्छा था. मैंने एक्सबॉक्स पे खेला था, लेकिन वॉच डॉग्स 2 तो मैंने तौबा कान पकड़ लिए थे. मैंने कहा यार ये क्या कोई वाहियात गेम है, इधर उधर चल रहा है. अब ना ये जो लीजियन आ रहा है, ये थोड़ा ना ऐसा लुक देंगे GTA 5 वाला. ओपन वर्ल्ड है ना, पूरा कंप्लीट ओपन वर्ल्ड होगा. लंदन. अच्छा इसमें शाजी ये है ना, किसी भी कैरेक्टर को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं ना, कोई भी. यानी ये जो नॉर्मल बंदे लोग घूम रहे होते हैं उनको भी, और हर किसी का कैरेक्टरिस्टिक लेवल अलग है सबके. और यानी कंट्रोल कर कौन रहा होगा? नहीं यानी हम कोई सॉफ्टवेयर हैं यहाँ पे, क्या है?
It's locked, all right.
Locked. हाँ. यानी वो लोगों के माइंड में भी घुस जाएंगे अब. यानी ये चीज समझ नहीं आ रही.
They've all been butchered.
बॉस फाइट लग रहा है मेरे को। शैडो के पीछे जा रहा हूँ, कब्रिस्तान ले आइए मुझे खींचते हुए भाई, कब्रिस्तान में तुझे वहीं दफना दूंगा, चल आसानी होगी तेरे लिए। अबे ये वो अपनी बहन की कवर की तरफ लेके जा रहा होगा। हाँ इसकी बहन वो तो नहीं बन गई, वैम्पायर बन गई होगी। फक उसका फ्लावर भी था और उसकी बहन की आवाज भी आई थी, कम टू मी।
I feel someone's eyes
बाबा मैं लड़ लूंगा। I will fight। ओहो कटसीन आ गया, पादरी मर गया।
You, what have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon, hell scourge, son of perdition.
Vicar, Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul.
अल्लाह उसकी अम्मा को पकड़ लिया है। रीड की।
Like your Christ, Vicar.
भाई वाइट कलर की वैम्पायर आई है, ये मजा आएगा ना इसे।
Oh, it's me, all right.
मैरी है, मैरी है तो।
Brother.
What is Mother doing here?
Oh.
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead.
मारूंगा मैं इसको।
The good Dr. Reed.
ठीक है।
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary, I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
और मैं अपनी माँ को वैम्पायर बना रही है.
What?
How long will this masquerade
काटने जा रही थी, यानी इसकी माँ ऐसे खड़ी हुई सोच कोई रिएक्शन ही नहीं दे रही.
Pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease.
सही बात है भाई, उसकी मरी हुई बेटी जिंदा हो गई और सब बेटा वैम्पायर है.
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution.
Shock में.
Please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go. She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor?
मेरा वो साइट है level 3
Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
नहीं, लेकिन इसकी बहन बुरी क्यों हो गई?
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular, that of my dead brother.
Vampyr तो हम भी हैं.
This is the reason I must kill you.
इसको तो हीरो बनाओ फिल्मों में, इतना अच्छा कैरेक्टर है.
Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even
बेहतरीन
for the
कैरेक्टर है यार
lies
ये.
you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good.
लड़ेगी, मेरे से लड़ेगी. अबे हड्डी पसली एक कर दूंगा तेरी. गिरा दी हेल्थ आदि. वो मुश्किल है लड़ना भाई इससे.
Rest in peace, monster.
शाजी दांत बने आ रहे हैं इस पे.
I'll do to you what you did to Dorothy Crane.
अरे खा रही है. नहीं 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 खा लिया. नहीं आ रहा ना ऑप्शन. शाजी नहीं आ रहा. मर रहा हूँ मैं, मरने वाला हूँ, मरने वाला. मेरी हेल्थ गिर रही है बहुत तेज. उसने पादरी को खा लिया. अगर मैं शाजी मर गया तो वापसी फाइट शुरू होगी. पादरी पड़ा हुआ मिलेगा. और एक्सपी मिलेगा पादरी को मारने से. वो हेल्थ का एक तरीका है बस. समझ नहीं आ रहा है ब्लड वाली चीजें इसकी जो नहीं है मेरे इधर. मैं तेरा खून पी जाए. अच्छा रेज हमारा ब्लड यूज नहीं करती, ये अच्छी चीज है.
I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Sean Hampton.
What have you done?
नहीं यार सारे शॉट लगे हैं. Die, bitch! नहीं नहीं मैं मरने वाला हूँ. बड़ी खतरनाक फाइट है.
You killed me, brother.
मार दिया मार दिया मार दिया.
Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end, forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh
शाजी
that
अगर
never
इसको
ate.
इसकी बहन को मारने का ऑप्शन है मार दो, स्पेयर कर दूं.
No dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
बोल लिया ना मैं सबको ओए मार दिया
I will find a cure, Mary.
I will find a cure, Mary.
I swear it.
वापसी दफना बेटा वहीं दफना दे इसको.
At last, I can forgive you.
XP देना मेरे को, मैंने बॉस को मारा है, मैं इसकी बॉडी का क्या करूँगा? ओहो लेके जा रहा हूँ बॉडी को मैं. मर गई. बड़ा बेहतरीन सीन था. हेल मैरी गोल्डन ट्रॉफी. फ्यू नाइट्स लेटर. यार मुझे वो रेस्ट करने दो ना यार, मैंने रेस्ट नहीं किया बहुत दिन हो गए. मुझे डॉक्टर स्वानजी और लेडी एशबी पे जाना है, उनके पास नया डायलॉग बना हुआ है. सही. शाजी स्ट्रीम चेक करो मेरी.
As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire. Born anew into an age of death and pestilence, while plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
शाजी
The flower's dying.
ये हमारे ऑफिस में एक फ्लावर रखे, इनको पानी कैसे डालूं? सही है. अच्छा गुड हैंडल पार्ट 3 चाहिए, 0 है मेरे पास. Lady Ashbury. शाहजी मैं अभी ना यानी चैप्टर 3 के अंदर ही कर रहा था। मैप मैंने खोल के देखा था तो एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क बना हुआ था स्वैंजी और एशबरी पे कि उनके न्यू डायलॉग्स अवेलेबल हैं। तो वो न्यू डायलॉग्स अभी बरकरार होंगे ना उनके, मैंने खोए तो नहीं है ना वो। बट ठीक है, अब रेस्ट कर लूँ यार, बड़ी एक्सपी जमा हो गई है। पहले तो बढ़ाओ हेल्थ और इंडोरेंस और ब्लड बाइट, ये बढ़ाते रहो बस, और अपना कुछ नहीं बढ़ाना मुझे। 9000 है मेरे पास एक्सपी। शिट यार, 2000 एक्सपी चाहिए रेंज को बढ़ाने के लिए। शाहजी लेवल 21 पे आ गया हूँ मैं एकदम से फट करके। मैंने ज़्यादा एबिलिटी नहीं बढ़ा रहा एक तो। अबे ये तो बढ़ाऊँ यार, शिट ये चीज़ नहीं बढ़ा रहा हूँ मैं भी पागल। शाहजी ये ऑटोफेजी पता नहीं क्या होता है, ऑटोफशी हीलिंग जो होती है। हाँ तो इसका मैं ऊपर वाला ट्री चूज करूँ नीचे वाला ट्री यूज करूँ? You trade an instant heal gain for a greater regeneration. You trade more blood to heal yourself instantly and gain an additional boost on your health regeneration. Which one is good? कॉस्ट रिकवरी 3 है, उसमें रिकवरी 2 है। 3 वाला ले लेता हूँ, लेकिन अभी उसकी मेरे पास वो नहीं है, अभी औकात नहीं है मेरी उसकी। मैंने अभी अपने लेवल 8 पे कर लिए है हेल्थ और एंडोरेंस, और अपना बाइट भी बढ़ा दिया 7 पे। अल्लाह, सब बीमार हो गए हॉस्पिटल में। तो चलो भाई इनके इलाज पे निकलो। आपको क्या बीमारी है? फटीक का इलाज है हमारे पास, फटीक का इलाज है हमारे पास, फटीक का भी इलाज है, फटीक का इलाज। 4 फटीक, 5 फटीक, कोल्ड 6 फटीक, 7 फटीक, 7 फटीक 2 कोल्ड। अरे सबकी फट के हाथ में आ गई शाहजी हॉस्पिटल में। शाहजी फटीक कौन सी बीमारी होती है? यही ना ये बस फटीक फट गई होगी। अच्छा ये ओहो सीरियस हो गया है। कोल्ड, ये तो मरेगा साला, एनीमिया हो गया यार उसको। हेल्दी है भाई, हेल्दी है। ये दूर से देखा। नर्व देख के बता देता है, नर्व देख के। क्या डॉक्टर है सर। शाहजी हेडेक का ट्रीटमेंट कहाँ से मिलेगा? नहीं एनालाइज ही नहीं किया अभी कुछ। हॉस्पिटल में अब करते हैं इलाज लोगों का, लेकिन मैं सोच रहा हूँ ब्रेक लूँ अपनी स्ट्रीम से। ठीक है।